State of emergency, the shortage that could mean you and your neighbors will have trouble heating your homes as the temperatures tumble.
Answering the call, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles look to stop the bleeding, why the Birds QB is so confident going into Sunday's showdown in South Philly.
And special delivery doctors thought they were removing a 22-pound tumor. What they found was something no one expected.
Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup. It is Friday, December 12th, 2025.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. I'm NBC 10's Brenna Weick.
And I'm NBC 10's Erin Coleman. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today, beginning with an apartment fire that broke out first thing this morning in Camden County. Residents, they were forced out into the cold in frigid conditions out there. The apartments are on West Branch Avenue in Pine Hill. Firefighters say the fire started on a porch, spread to the other apartments. Skyforce 10 was over the scene as well. A neighbor told our photographer on the scene that his dog woke him up. He says the family who lives on the top floor, they weren't home at the time. And another neighbor says she's just feeling for the victims.
Thank God they put it out and the kids and everybody, are good. But what about the stuff that they had for them for Christmas and the Christmas tree and all this other stuff? And
the good news here, no one was injured in this morning's fire.
In Port Richmond, crews battled another fire that ripped through a vacant Rite Aid store overnight. Fire started at the building on Aramingo Avenue just before 1:30 this morning. They initially thought squatters could have been inside, but say they did not find anyone. Firefighters did get the flames out quickly. New Jersey has declared a state of emergency because of a propane shortage.
The shortage comes as people are trying to stay warm. We get the latest now from NBC 10's Lily Zhang in West Deptford.
Roughly 186,000 people in New Jersey rely on propane, and right now with these freezing temperatures, they are trying to keep their homes and businesses warm. This emergency order is meant to speed up distribution. Drivers who transport propane, they can only work up to 11 hours right now, and here's where that state of emergency comes in. It does give drivers more time on the road, extending the max hours to 14, so more time to deliver. The order comes after the power outage at a gas refinery in Marcus Hook, Pennsylvania, interrupted the routine flow of propane late last month. The plant, it's back open, but the outage is causing much longer wait times when it comes to picking up propane deliveries. Now, this order does take effect at 9 o'clock today. We were told that it will stay in place until it is no longer needed. Reporting in West Deptford, Lily Zhang, NBC 10 News.
Happening today, the defense will begin arguing their case in the trial of Atlantic City Mayor Marty Small.
Small is accused of abusing his teenage daughter. The prosecution rested their case yesterday. We expect to see Small testify at some point during the trial. Closing arguments could come as soon as Tuesday.
SEPTA riders are breathing a sigh of relief once again. Another strike has been averted. The transit agency has reached a tentative deal with its union representing suburban bus drivers and Norristown high-speed line train operators. Smart Local 1594 says the 2-year deal provides upgrades to safety, pay, health benefits, and work rules. Earlier this week, SEPTA reached an agreement with its largest workers' union.
The Greyhound bus terminal is coming back to Center City. Philadelphia City Council unanimously voted to reopen the site at 10th and Filbert. The city is working with the parking authority to reopen the depot for next year's celebration of America's 250th birthday. They are planning a state-of-the-art facility, but they have not yet said how much it will cost. More outdoor dining options are likely coming to Philadelphia. The City Council unanimously approved the expansion of Buy Right sidewalk cafes yesterday. Restaurants complained it was taking up to 18 months to get a sidewalk cafe license. This new rule will speed up the process, especially for small businesses. Lawmakers say it was important for them to pass this ahead of that busy 2026 for tourism. This weekend, the Golden Arches are going dark in one really popular town in the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, as of Sunday, the McDonald's at 9th Street and West Avenue in Ocean City, it's going to close its doors. That means more than 30 employees are losing their jobs. They say they got less than a week's notice. The longtime food restaurant was closing. It's locally owned, but McDonald's real estate company actually owns the property. Not yet clear what's going to happen to the location. Hey, we've got a big sports weekend on tap in South Philly.
The Sixers are taking center stage there tonight. Live look at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Indiana Pacers are in town for a visit, and tip-off is set for 7 tonight. You can watch it on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
The Flyers have the honors at Xfinity Mobile Arena Saturday. They host the Carolina Hurricanes, and you can watch it right here on NBC 10. The rubber meets the ice, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Hey, just 2 days to go until the Eagles return to action. The Birds looking to get back in the win column after 3 straight losses.
You need that deep breath when you talk about Birds right now.
Yes.
Just need to reset there. They can do it Sunday afternoon when they host the Raiders at Lincoln Financial Field. There was some concerns about injury news from the NovaCare complex yesterday. Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson both absent from practice. Plus, backup tackle Fred Johnson was limited with an ankle injury. Jalen Hurts was out there, though. He'll be looking to bounce back from his worst game in an Eagles uniform. But he has been through adversity before, and he says he's ready to face the challenge head on.
Good things happen when you need them to happen. That's my mentality. That's how I've gotten to where I am today. That's how I've been able to overcome some of the high mountains that have been in the way. And I don't look at this time or this opportunity in front of us as anything different.
It's 1 o'clock kickoff at the Link on Sunday, and our coverage begins earlier that morning, Sunday morning, with the Eagles game day kickoff at 9:30, including an exclusive story about Eagles chairman Jeffrey Lurie surprising a local family. And then we're going to break down all the highlights on Eagles game day final right after NBC 10 News at 11.
Jaws comes through again. NBC 10 was at the Gloucester County YMCA for the annual Jaws bike drive. Former Birds quarterback Ron Jaworski and his foundation helped give away hundreds of brand new bikes to kids. And this is the 10th year he has done this.
Boy, do we love to see it. He's always out there, too, every year.
I know. Great to see, for sure. And a holiday tradition continues in North Philadelphia. We love to see this. Bags of toys dropped off for pediatric patients at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children yesterday. The toys come from PetSmart's annual toy drive. Customers purchased and donated more than 5,000 toys, which are then gifted to community organizations like St. Christopher's to give back to kids in need this holiday season. Now to a scare in the air that was caught on camera down under.
This is video you have to see. Check it out. Skydivers, they're jumping out of a plane over Queensland, Australia, but one of their parachutes deploys early. It gets caught up in the plane's tail, leaving him dangling 15,000 feet above the ground. Using a knife, he was able to cut all 11 lines. That's the backup power chute there to free himself. After that, he was able to pull the cord to his main parachute and get on the ground safely with only minor injuries.
He must be extremely experienced to be able to do that.
Calm. Thank goodness this was not like, one of those tandem or like somebody that didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, my goodness. And he had a knife with him.
Yes.
He knows,
like, all right,
I guess, that's a possibility.
But then you don't have your backup. Right.
Thank
so you
goodness
cut your backup. So it's like, all right, this main one better deploy.
Good to keep in mind if you ever think you're going to parachute.
That's not me.
That's
I won't be doing that. Hey, our final story is something we've been talking about all morning. It is a miracle baby that neither doctors nor mom-to-be saw coming.
Susie Lopez had a huge 22-pound tumor in her uterus. When doctors were prepping her for surgery to remove it, they discovered she was also pregnant. The baby was just behind the tumor, and it was actually growing outside of her uterus. An ectopic pregnancy, as it's known, is really rare and risky. She tested positive for pregnancy before surgery, but she and doctors thought, it's a false positive. After hours of delicate surgery, both she and the 8-pound baby boy are now doing well. What a shock.
We cannot stop talking about this.
You wake up from surgery.
It's like, hey.
And you say, congratulations.
Yep, there is a baby in there. And he's healthy.
Right. My goodness. I know, with no prenatal care.
Yeah.
No scans, nothing.
A healthy 8-pound baby.
That baby was meant to be here.
That is certainly a gift and a miracle.
Okay. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Brenna, Weick, I'm Erin Coleman. Remember, you can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app and catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Happy Friday.